What's up, nerds? So, me and my twin brother, Marlon, say hi.
Hello, everybody.
We are going to do reviews for The Expanse. Now, before I get started, I just want to say two things. First, that these reviews will be on Saturday and they will take the place of The Mandalorian just because Marlon and I both work opposite shifts. Plus, this show drops on a Wednesday. So therefore, it's a little hard to do, for us two to get together to do these reviews. And I want to do them with Marlon because we're both huge Expanse fans. So the second thing I want to say that is if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is going to do their annual bot purge and old account cleanse. And there usually is a little bit of collateral damage. So I please ask that you like, share, and subscribe. So does Marlon. He says the same thing.
I do.
So Marlon, first off, real quick overall, what was your first impression of these three episodes of the first three episodes of season 5 of The Expanse?
I'm gonna say, first off, I love The Expanse. I don't know how I didn't get into it sooner.
I know, right?
But these first three episodes, although slow and story building, they were pretty good.
It
I
was,
don't remember the
Go
book
ahead.
being this slow, but then again, I listened to it. I listened to it on audio, so I don't, remember. I just remember details. Anyway, it was good. I give it together, if I had to rate them, I give them an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would go the same thing. It was a slow burn, and it's like everything in all three of these episodes leads up to the last like 10 seconds of the third episode.
Yeah.
So, which we will get into in just one moment. But overall, I agree with you. I did like these three episodes. I felt that, action wise compared to the rest of past seasons, it was a little lacking, but at the same time, you need the information that came out of these three episodes. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to go episode by episode, and we're just going to, wrap them up in a tight bow and everything, just so this video isn't, an hour long. So for the first episode, we start off on the this asteroid and then this science vessel, and Philip, Naomi's son, he goes on there and they kill everybody, and then they blow up the ship and they move on. We've got Tycho Station, and that's where Naomi and Holden start out at. And we'll talk about Naomi ends up leaving because the thing about this season so far is that everybody's separated. So everybody's got their own individual story. So Naomi, she ends up leaving and she goes to look for Philip. Holden stays on Tycho Station with Frank and Monica. And that mechanic girl, I don't remember her name, but I liked her a lot. I keep wanting to call her Boomer, but I don't think that's her name.
Yeah, I kept calling her Star Trek girl because I couldn't remember her name throughout the episodes, but she was in Star Trek Discovery. So she's like the fake mushroom lady or whatever.
Right.
Anyway.
Then Alex goes to Mars to reconnect with his wife, and he ends up connecting with Bobby and everything. Bobby on Mars is trying to track down illegal weapons and the illegal weapons thing. Amos goes to the moon and then eventually to Earth, and he talks to, I'm going to say her name wrong, Avasalara. Chrissy, that's what he calls her. He calls her Chrissy. And then Avasarala. Thank you, Marlon. And then we round out the episode with what is his name? What's the bad guy's name, Marlon? Hold on, I wrote it down. Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos.
We round out the episode with Marcos looking at his asteroids in all their glory his meteorites headed towards Earth. And we've got 12 days before one of them hits. I didn't see any of the other ones. So for the first episode, Marlon, what was your thoughts?
So, it was really slow. I did like a few things that they brought us back to from, because I got in this when season 4 launched the show.
I was the same.
And so I barreled through all 4 seasons, and
Oh
then
my
I felt
gosh.
like this was a long time. So I like that they introduced us into what makes these characters great. So I like that Holden is always the good guy. He just always wants to do the right thing. Um, I like that. Naomi is my favorite character in the
I
show.
love
I love
Naomi.
her. Um, and then I like that Amos, because he takes the Belter ship and he beats up guys or whatever. So it just shows that he's a tough guy, but he just really buries all his emotions and stuff. And then Alex is just like fun, he's just fun Alex, just trying to make a happy-go-lucky life. So you get a little taste of all of them. And then Bobby, she's Bobby. Um, but I liked the first episode because it just waiting 6+ months after I finished season 4 to get the show back. It was just a nice little like a little taster.
Right on. Yeah, no, I like this episode. I liked seeing Avala Sarala. God, I'm never gonna Chrissy.
Abatorala?
I like seeing her struggle to not be, head of the UN. And then I also liked seeing Alex's interaction with his wife, because our ex-wife, or no wife, I thought that it was really interesting that I really liked when she said, what answer do you want? Do you want me to forgive you, or do you want me to tell you it's okay? And she's like, no, you don't get either one. That's what you have to live with. And I was like, that's actually interesting. Because she doesn't know how to hurt him, and that's a good way to hurt him, just to tell him, you don't get to be a part of this family anymore, and you don't get to know why.
Hmm.
um so then why don't we just move over to the second episode to just recap that one. So in this one, Drummer, she is she's captaining 2 different ships, and they're just going around stopping other um
They're pirates.
belters. What was that?
They're pirates.
Yeah. And then she ends up finding out where um gosh Franklin's, where his ship is. I don't remember his name. Her buddy that he ended up dying last season. It doesn't matter. Anyways, Alex is still on Mars, and he's helping Bobby figure out who's doing all this trafficking, and she thinks it might be, or he thinks it might be, no, she thinks it might be this general guy. Amos is in Baltimore on Earth, and we find out that his name is actually Timothy, and that he wants to help out Lita's husband keep her house. And he's going to go talk to Eric. I believe he talked to Eric in this episode. And then on Tycho Station, Monica, she goes missing because she finds evidence that they're looking for the proto-molecule. And then Avala Salara, she's on the moon, and she's trying to get
Abatorala.
Sarala, thank you. She's trying to get this general. I didn't write his name down, but she's trying to get him to help her talk to the new leader of the UN to try to figure out what's going on defense-wise, because she's all about getting people through those rings and settling on these Earths, or these planets, not Earth. Sorry. So, what were your thoughts on this episode?
It was good. I mean, like you're gonna keep hearing us say that this was slow going, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just really hard to like pinpoint. Like I consider this a 3-hour episode
I
because
agree.
separately they're not that great, but in my opinion, but together you get a lot of storyline that makes it an 8 out of 10, and not, if I had to pick them out, they'd each get like a 3 or a 4 out of 10 each episode, just because they are so slow, and the crew's not together, so you have to spend less time on each person. But I like the episode. Even by itself, it's still pretty good. I mean, I like that we get more of Amos's backstory. Um, I like that. I actually like that Abasarala is kind of like knocked off her pedestal, and she has to, um, kind of get favors. But she even says she's burned all her bridges, so she's not gonna get she's not, it's a hard job now because she's more just like a diplomat than like a on the moon kind of thing. So, but
Right
yeah, it
on.
was
Yeah,
a good
no.
episode.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I liked how Amos went to the Eric guy and he's on the Eric guy is all like, all you want is it's all about the husband. And he's like, yeah, that's it. I just want him to keep his house. And he's like, he can keep the house. And then he like takes his alcohol and then he's all like, I love you, but if you come back to my city, I'm gonna kill you and everything.
Mhm.
I thought that was really interesting. So then why don't we just move over to episode 3? And so for that one, Avalasara, she gets a scientist in the go ahead.
Abasarala.
Avasarala, thank you. She gets a scientist with the general, and they say that the asteroids look weird and everything. And then they talk about if it hit the Earth and everything. Drummer, she ends up finding Franklin's ship, and she finds out that Marcos did kill him, and she's pissed off. She wants revenge, and at the end of the episode, she ends up changing her mind. But I think
Call him Ashford because that's what.
oh, sorry. Okay, Ashford. I'll call him
Yeah,
Ashford.
that's every time you say that, I'm like, who's he talking about? But
Mm-hmm.
I've always just had him referred to as Ashford.
Right on. Naomi, she goes to I can't remember the name of the asteroid station, but she ends up talking to her son, and she gets taken by him at the end of the episode. Which I was kind of sad about that. On Mars, Alex has dinner with the general's aide, and he ends up getting a truth serum put in him, and him and Bobby kind of get figured out, but they get those two agents arrested. And then hold on, because I didn't write down bullets. I'm trying to figure out what happened with Holden.
I think,
Holden
yeah,
and Frank try to figure out what's going on because the Tycho station has been infiltrated by the New Navy. I think that's what they're called in the book, the New
Fred,
Navy.
yeah, and Fred Johnson. They're trying to find Monica because she was kidnapped.
Yes, and they do.
I think that's still being wrapped up in the third episode.
Yes, sorry. But yeah, so they do end up saving her even though she dies. For like a hot second. And then the end of the episode, an asteroid hits Earth. And it hits I thought that was Africa that it hit. I didn't
It
really.
looked like Africa.
And so why don't we just go ahead and talk about all 3 episodes? But this third episode, what did you think about this third episode? And then we'll go into the all 3 episodes together.
So what makes this book / season Nemesis game so good is everybody always describes it as it's the Empire Strikes Back. You have these ring gates open up, and Marcus is attacking the Earth because they're the economy that's thriving, and where Mars and the Belters are now, they're kind of trying to play catch up because their economies were built off what Earth was doing, and now Earth, they got 30 billion people to move out to these areas, and they got the ships to do it. So it's kind of like, in a weird way, you're kind of rooting for the destruction people. like Earth and the UN are like, you ruin the universe, and then but the episode really, like, other than that, like, in a small way, you kind of root for the bad guys. I mean, it was great. The only thing that I didn't really like about the episode is you had the one thing that it's been building up to is this meteor drop. And they give you, like, maybe, I didn't even time it out, maybe 10 seconds of it, like, where it hits the Earth and, like,
Yeah, and it's the worst perspective of
yeah.
the alien. It's like you see it through that guy's like glasses, and then you see like a blast for like a hot second, and I'm all like, that was it.
Yeah, and I know that they said that Marcus was a slingshot pilot, so he's obviously slinging these rocks around suns and planets to get them to go a lot faster. But it's kind of annoying that, because it's building up to this one moment, and I was kind of hoping to see, it comes down, and maybe you see it through the guy's glasses, and then they pan up to a top view of this shock wave of fire, maybe a tidal wave. I don't really need that kind of detail, but just kind of showing you like, oh dang, like, because I mean, if you really weren't paying attention, you might have missed something out of it. Maybe you're like, what hit? What happened? The meteor hit or whatever. So, because I mean, every episode with the meteor, you just see it go. You're like, oh, that's the meteor. Okay.
Right. That's funny. That's so true. All right. So overall, what did you think about these 3 episodes again? Just in more detail.
Um. So the thing, I do like that we get this. This. It's almost kind of enduring that you get like the slow burn, because they, like I said, they have these 3 characters, or the all these characters on the Rocinante, which that was another kind of disappointing thing, because I've seen the Rocinante as kind of its own character on this ship. It's kind of like the Enterprise, like this is the defining ship, so you want to see it more, but it's kind of out of commission. So, excuse me. So I do like that it was a slow burn, because everybody is separated, but at the same time, it is a slow burn. So you're kind of like just getting through every episode, and but like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna watch them again tomorrow, just to kind of keep it all fresh in my mind. Every little detail, maybe I missed something or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I really liked it. Like I said, 8 out of 10. All 3 of them together get an 8.
Right on. I wrote down. I really like. The first thing I like is I like the separate journeys that these characters are going on. I like that they've broken up into. I mean, I do like them together, but at the same time, I do like seeing the separate journeys. Especially like I really liked seeing Amos and his whole. Even though he's kind of emotionless. It kind of is heartwarming that he cared about his mom's, or the woman that was his mother kind of type, was he cared enough to be all like, no, you need to have a house, or keep this house. I also really liked seeing the belters being like, because they're really just builders. They're really builders, and I liked seeing that portion. I wrote it down in my notes somewhere, but I really liked seeing that, and I liked seeing them go through that process of, they're just constantly trying to figure stuff out, and then, make a life for themselves, because they have to. They're in space. And then I liked seeing like a little bit more of humanity, just like I said, in Amos and stuff like that, and in some of the other characters. I also really like seeing that there's like a very central villain. In the past seasons, you had the proto molecule, and it wasn't necessarily a villain, but it's like there wasn't like one person that you just had to go for. It's like, Mars and them are fighting, but why are they fighting over this proto molecule kind of thing? And then I also like seeing the struggle that these characters, our main characters, are having to play catch up to the villain. It's like, what is he doing? We need to figure this out. And then it's like, too late.
Too late.
And like you said, it kind of like an Empire Strikes Back kind of thing. I feel like we're gonna get more of those losses, as far as asteroids hitting the Earth and everything. So yeah, I thought these were really good. I really enjoyed them, and I can't wait. I can't wait for next Wednesday when we get just one episode, and this video will be a lot shorter.
Yeah, I think that, well, it might not be, but I think that hopefully the next episode isn't more story building. Like, this is where they built the launching pad, and
I agree.
It's going to launch into a lot more, what we expect out of the Expanse. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this series, this season. I hope that I hope we get what we want,
Me
but
too.
yeah, it's exciting.
I haven't read the
I'm glad
books yet. I just got the first 3, so I'm gonna start reading them, and hopefully I can catch up. I'm probably not before the end of this season, but
yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Good.
so all right. Well, do you have any final thoughts?
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm not happy that they're releasing it on Wednesdays because, you know,
Me
I
too.
am bit I am busy, so it's like with work and stuff, so it's like Fridays are the days. If you are happening to listen to this, anyone from Amazon, don't do Wednesdays for season
They're
6.
listening. Trust me, they're listening.
They might be. I don't
They
know. I
watch
know
my show.
YouTube's
Jeff
watching.
Bezos is watching right now.
Let's not get it carried away, okay?
Oh, he's a subscriber.
Okay, I'd like to see your statistics.
No, I know he's a subscriber. He tweeted me.
He tweeted you? Okay. I believe you.
No, he didn't tweet me. He didn't tweet me.
Um,
But he is a subscriber for real.
okay. I believe you. But yeah,
So
but anyway, so yeah, I'm really excited for the season. Not Wednesdays, but it's gonna be good.
it's gonna be good. All right. Well, tell us, what did you guys think about these 3 episodes from Amazon and of The Expanse? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Are you like us and you thought it was a slow burn? What was your favorite part? Who's your favorite character on The Expanse? For me, it's Naomi. Marlon, it's for you. It's who is it?
It's Naomi. I love
Yeah, I love
Naomi.
Naomi. She's so great. All right, go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. You know I won't mind. Marlon, you won't mind either.
I won't mind.
All right. And we will see you next week. Oh, gosh, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. Marlon will see you next week, too, on our Expanse review. You guys have a good week. Bye.